What's up, everybody? It's me, Mike Hall, part of the Party Time OKC crew, the PT Pod. I hope you pod people are doing wonderful. We are back with another one. My partner, Josh Money Morgan, as you know, he is going to be joining us a little bit later, but wanted to say, hey, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed that Sunday night stream with Pro 2 Call, and wanted to let you guys know how excited I am to bring in our guest. Man, I've wanted to have this guy on for a long time. This is a wonderful human being, an amazing fighter, just a great future ahead of him. And we are pumped to have him here. We're going to talk to him about his fight he's got coming up here in just a couple of weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your friend, my friend, the man that they call the next level, Mr. Kelvin Rayford. Pew, 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 pew. What
What
up?
up? What up? What up?
How you feeling, my man?
Hey, I'm feeling good for sure.
Heck yeah. So you are an awesome fighter, and that is awesome. But first, before we get into all of that, tell the people a little bit about yourself, where they can find you, what your social media is, the people, because they're all going to be fans after the show.
Right.
Tell them where they can find you at.
You can catch me on Instagram, Kelvin underscore next underscore level underscore Rayford. You catch me on Facebook. I think I got a TikTok. For those who TikTok, I dabble in it a little bit. I'm not too good with it. Just Kelvin Rayford on that. But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me.
That's awesome for you, man. Gotta have the ring of air horn for my man. Gotta have it. So anyway, yeah, man. Like I said, Josh will be coming in just a second. Let's see here. I'm checking with my producer, making sure all sounds well, sounds perfect on both ends. We are rocking, rock and roll. Okay, man. It is great to have you here. I've known you a little bit, man. For those of people that don't know, but everybody does. I'm a huge fan of fighters, right? I love what you do. It's one of the last things where, man, there's no hiding. You know what I mean? Once you're in that ring, once you're in that cage, there's no hiding. It's just you and that other mofo. You know what I mean? And he's got bad
True.
intentions, and you got bad intentions, and one of you is going to win. And that's how you choose to feed your family. That's badass, man. You don't get that much nowadays, man. It's one of the few, in my opinion, truly honorable professions still left out there, right? So, with a cool ass history. So, with that being said, tell us, man, how did you get involved in fighting? What made you want to become a fighter? I know everybody's kind of got a cool story about it. Tell us a little bit about yours.
So pretty much, I was raised in Sherman, Texas. I mean, it was pretty much a small little town growing up,
You were
and for the
raised in
most
where?
part,
Wait, where were
huh?
you raised? Where? What
Sherman,
town?
Texas. Sherman,
Sherman. Guess where
Texas.
I got married at? Bullshit. I got
Where?
married in April. Guess it? Sherman, Texas, at St. John's Episcopal Church right in downtown. That's where I
Yeah,
met my
bro.
wife. That's where she was living, and I moved away for a couple of years to go be with her in Sherman, Texas, bro. I worked at a Vanguard Buick GMC, which I don't even know was there if you were there, but yeah, she was a post office carrier all around. She knows all about
Okay.
Sherman, man. Yeah, I did it. Sherman Dennison. What?
Yeah,
Shout
Sherman
out.
Denison. Yeah, the cats versus the Yellow Jackets.
Right? Yes, it's a small
Yeah.
town, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, okay, so grew up in Sherman, Texas. And
Yeah, and I was young, and I was kind of just a rebel, young and just doing what I wanted, and I was, just running the streets as a young only son, trying to feel like accepted, with my peers. So, I was getting into a lot of scraps here and there, which I shouldn't have, but I was. And I ended up moving to Ada, Oklahoma, I think in like 2010. And I was dating my ex at the time. And I asked her, I was like, yo, is there any gyms around here I can learn how to fight? And she was like, yeah. I ran into a Sarah Malloy, and she had her own gym here in Ada. And I went up there and started training. They were really focused on, when I got there, they was doing more of the jujitsu side. But I ran into my buddy Daniel Carey and another guy named Billy Thompson and Corey Fletcher. And I noticed they was always on the side doing their own thing. They was sparring and punching and kicking each other. And I was like, you know what? That's what I want to do. Like, I don't want to do the jiu-jitsu. I want to punch and kick. So I asked him one day, I was like, hey man, can I train with y'all? And he was like, yeah. So I mean, for the most part, I started training with them guys. I took my first fight within like I think maybe a month. And then I just kept it rolling, man. Like from there, I just took off and I ran into Cortez Coleman. I met him. He was coming back and forth to Ada from Hugo. And nobody
Quick
really
pause
was,
and a
you
shout
know,
out. Just a quick pause and shout out to Cortez Coleman. Holler, holler. I'm excited to work with you, man. And thank you for everything you do for Kelvin and the fight community in the state of Oklahoma at large, man. So I follow you on Facebook. We haven't got to talk yet, but I'm excited to get to know you. And thank you, Cortez Coleman, for everything you do, man. Please continue. I'm sorry. I had
yeah,
to give
for
a shout
sure.
out.
100%. No, no, 100%. Because like he came and he would want to spar and he seen my ambition. He could tell that I wanted to learn and I wanted to be great. So he kind of took me under his wing. And we used to get together every time he came to Ada. And uh I think it was probably like within like I think 3 months of us knowing each other, he was like, hey man, I'm thinking about getting a gym in Ada. I need you to come help me, come in class and, tell people about me coming to Ada and whatnot. And I remember the first day he came and we started setting up shop right there at Crazy Corner in Ada. And from there we just kind of took off. He didn't let me take no amateur MMA fights. He was like, if you're gonna fight, man, you old enough, we going straight pro. So
Hell
we
yeah.
went straight pro MMA. My record ended up being, I think right now I'm 5-4 in MMA. I fought for Bellator, I fought for LFA, Rage in the Cage. Who else I fight for? I think that's it as far as MMA. I took a
Officially
boxing
sanctioned
fight.
matches we can talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah. The good ones.
Speaking of
Um,
that, speaking of badass fighters, in another way, he's an awesome fighter. Got to send a shout out to my man in the chat, Protocol. Holler, Pro 2 Call, man. He's a brother out in Atlanta. Or I'm so sorry, Savannah. He gets mad when I do that. He's in Savannah, Georgia. And we got to shout him out, man. He's a fan. He loves some Kelvin Rayford. So he was excited about tonight. So just shout him out.
yo,
So
yeah, thank you.
yeah. See,
Um,
it's the internet era, man. We got to talk to the people as they talk to us while we're doing our interview. Sorry about that. So,
no, you good, 100%. I agree. Um,
so you got
I
it,
wasn't.
man. You've had a lot of success. Like every fighter, you've had some wins, you've had some losses. Um, Talk to me, if you would, a little bit about what's different from what you thought it was going to be to what it really is for people thinking about fighting, or maybe just big fight fans. The kind of guys that love to see it and we love it, but we don't take that journey. What's the difference between what we may think and what you really go through, or things we just
I
don't know about?
I think like for me, it's the grind. Like to be the best, you got to be like out training everybody. Like there's no in between. It's either you going shit or you gonna get off the pot. It's like it's you either 100% in or you ain't. And like people don't understand how much we go through to get ready for these fights. How much we sacrifice to secure the bag, I guess you could say. To get those dubs and to make the money that we need to make to provide for our families. Like it's tough. Like this is a business, and you have to promote yourself as you are pretty much you market yourself. So you wanna put in the best work you can to provide the what's the word I'm looking for, to pretty much um give them the best product, you know so like I said, like the grind, like people don't understand, like it's tough. Like there's mental days where you don't want to go to the gym, but you have to,
Sure.
um
And
and
where you're at, man, people don't understand. It's like being a working musician, or a working comic, where you're at that, you're almost there. You can see the other side of it.
right,
You're you're working with and competing with, or for a comedian on stage with professional motherfuckers, and you're right there, and it's all they do. But you still got to hold down a day job, and people
Right,
don't understand
100%.
that. Ooh, it's hard. They don't get how you got to work 40, 50 hours a week, and then you got to train, and then you got, and then you got to, I was going to say two words that you very seldomly hear: weight cut. Weight cut is one of the biggest deals, right?
Oh,
So, yeah, man, talk to me a little bit about weight cuts, man.
for me, I used to hate it. Oh my God, I used to hate cutting weight. I mean, because I would walk around like 189, and I would have to cut down to 170. It's a struggle, man. Going from like me, I pretty much would eat anything, and Cortez would get on to me about it because he was like, you a professional, you should eat right. But I just love food, man. And when I knew weight cut time came around, he changed my diet, and I go from eating what I like to eating more clean, bland, like chicken, broccoli, stuff like that. The water cutting, it's the sitting in the sauna, sweating. It's insane, man. Like if you're not ready for it, it can like mentally break you, man. It's tough. But it's part of it. Luckily, I'm fighting at a weight to where I cut maybe 4 to 5 pounds and I'm ready to go.
Which
But
isn't too hard.
yeah, I used to cut like 20, 30 pounds in 2 weeks. Like it
Woo.
was real. Like for Bella, when I fought for Bellator, I kid you not. When I got to St. Louis, I weighed 189. And the guy, one of the commentators was like, look, man, you're not going to make weight. I'm going to check in on you every single day. And I kid you not, this man, like I would lose like 2 pounds or 3 pounds. And he'd be like, man, you ain't going to make it, man. You ain't going to make it. And then we made it to weigh-ins day. I went down and walked in to get on the scale, and I was a pound over. So they gave me a pound grace, and I think I was like 172. And they was like, look, man, it's either you gonna lose this weight or we gonna give your opponent a percentage of your purse. So I ran back upstairs, got back in the little sauna, and by the time I made it back downstairs, I was trying to check my weight before I had to go do the weigh-ins, and they was like, nope, you got to come straight in here. So I told them straight up, I was like, look, I might have to get naked, but I'm ready to go. And I got on the scale and I weighed 170. And the guy was
Damn.
like, man, he's like, I put money on the line that you wasn't gonna make weight, man. He said, well, I'm happy that I lost it because
Good.
God, like they was like, I ain't never seen nobody cut that much weight in a short period of time.
And how does that affect a fighter? How does that affect you going
Ooh.
the very next day into, locked in a cage with a man who wants to murder you, basically?
It depends, if you do it right. Good weight cuts are easy to bounce back from. I've had my good ones, and then that one particular one was a tough one for me. I don't feel like I was all the way there. Usually I feel like I can take some good shots, but the dude hit me with a nice one in the first round, and for the first time, he put me down. And I felt like it was because of the weight cut that I put on.
Well, yeah, man. I guess for anybody, it's, don't eat for a day, then go sit in a sauna for 30 minutes, then go run till you can't run anymore, then go back to the sauna and you get no water. And then how
Man,
would you feel if you had to go fight a professional fighter? Even if you're a pro fighter, it would be exhausting. So yeah,
yeah,
that's part of the stuff people don't know about. You know what I mean? Like you said, you got a couple shiners already just because you're in
yeah,
training,
just
and
from
you
training.
yeah. And you just live with it, man. Um, and you've caught on in boxing, and from what I know about and from what I hear about, everybody is super excited about your boxing career. I know I know you spend a lot of time in the MMA world, but oddly enough, man, I don't know if you follow Chael Sonnen's channel. I love me some Chael Sonnen, Bad Guy Inc., if you know who that is, man. But he's talking about how the boxing world is kind of getting exposed right now. And he went all the way back to Conor when Conor fought Floyd. And then he talked about Fury and, Ngannou. And of course, and we all know Ngannou won that fight. So,
right.
or it's pretty easy to make the argument he won that fight. And just the fact that, the way boxers train and what they do, it's not the same. and you're just a better fighter. And however they train, you're doing that plus at the end of the day. So, boxers are famous. They're going to run. They're going to, they're going to swim. They're going to lift some weights. Well, you're going to do all that. And then you're also going to spar. And then you're also going to wrestle. And then you're also going to, do jujitsu and kickboxing and then Muay Thai and then straight boxing. So I was wondering, one, do you feel like that gives you an edge? And where do you feel like your boxing career is going versus, like, say, your kickboxing MMA career? And that's just because, not being a super insider, but just knowing folks, people are just really excited about your talent in boxing and what you're showing everybody here, lately.
I'm also I'm glad people are excited. I'm also excited. Like I said, when it came to Cortez, man, we are kind of like rebuilding on the MMA team side. We don't have as many bodies in Ada like we used to, but I sat back and I thought about, it's me and Cortez. He's a very good striker. So, how can I take his skill set and use it to help me? And I was like, you know what? Boxing is the best thing for me right now. I got a great coach, great sparring partner. I know for a fact I put these boxing gloves on and I'll just stick with him and we let him hold mitts for me and, critique my boxing technique. I know for a fact we'll have a good run and it's been great. We took my first fight back in boxing, and we got a knockout in the first round. And then I fought a very awesome and tough fighter, Art Parker, very good friend of mine. We took a fight against each other, and that was a slugfest. And we ended up getting the W in that fight. And I feel like every fight I'm just gonna constantly get better. A lot of people don't understand is, I've been boxing for only 4 to 5 months now, like focusing in on boxing, and we're already doing such a great job that I know the more I do it, the better I get. So um, we just look to continue to marching forward. I'm really looking to call out some pretty much not saying we really going to Jake Paul route, but to be able to box somebody like Tyron Woodley, box somebody like Anderson Silva. More, these guys have made a name, and it's a good payout to fight guys like this, and it's a easy way to slingshot yourself to superstardom, I guess. So just be people gonna be like, okay, that's the guy who fought, um, you know, um,
Tyrone,
Anderson
absolutely.
Silva, so that's kind of the route that I'm looking to take because I'm 38. I know what I have left in the tank, and I just want to make enough money to start my business, provide for my family, and just know that I'm well off.
For sure. Absolutely. You say start your business, what are you thinking about doing? What are you working on?
So since a young child, I have always loved tennis shoes. And I really want to jump into the resale business, reselling Jordans, uh, the Yeezys and stuff like that. I'm in a town where we have a college. We have one shoe store that really don't have much going. So, I think I have what it takes and I have the knowledge to put together a nice little store and, and start my own little shoe business.
Nice. Heck yeah, man. I love that. Next level shoes. I'm in. Let's
Yeah,
go.
hey, we on.
Why not, man? That's awesome. And then you got this fight coming December 9th. Is that boxing, kickboxing? What kind
December
of
9th will be boxing. Yes, sir. It'll be boxing December 9th for Maurice. And it will be the Oklahoma boxing, is it
the
athletics, I
boxing
think.
academy? Yeah. Oklahoma
Yes. And
boxing.
so it's
Yeah.
Frozen Fist 1. And yeah, Maurice has been taking care of me since I've been under his wing. So, I'm excited to always be able to get out there and box for him because he's bringing boxing back to the state of Oklahoma, you
Yeah.
know. And we have so many boxers that don't get the shine time that they deserve because we really don't promote it that much as we used to have it like we did back in the day.
Well, and that to me, man, I truly, truly believe in martial arts to help kids,
Yeah,
and that's, I mean, nowadays, I just feel like we could pull a lot of kids off these crazy psychological drugs if they had a gym to go to, and
right.
on our show we had Maurice, man. We got to go to the gym. We did it live in that gym, and when there are kids there studying, he's like, we have study hall for an hour. You have to get your homework done before you can practice. And it's so good and such a great structure. I knew growing up without a father, rough childhood, everybody knows, but growing up, rough myself, it was that kind of environment. It was the YMCA, it was the boxing gym, because there's a lot of kids out there, man, that if they can learn a healthy way to channel that energy. Like, the cool thing about you is you're kind of self-enlightened, and you kind of figured that out on your own. Like, I'm not going to get too far being this way. And the scary part
Right.
is you could have stayed that. You could have been the
Yeah.
badass fighter dude in the hood, take what I
Yeah. You're
want.
right.
But you chose to you chose to try to channel it, and then you found, Cortez, and he was able to, give you some great instruction, and that's awesome. So yeah, my wife is a teacher, a school teacher. She's like, as a teacher, I agree. So, because she said them bad kids need an outlet. So
They true. All kids need an outlet.
I do want to shout out, not to get too deep into it, man, but one of my favorite things to do is feature great fathers, on the show. And you are a great father. Anybody like you working hard, trying to build their own business while following their dreams and feeding their family all at the same time, that is a damn near impossible task nowadays. And you are doing it, man. And that's awesome. That's so badass, man. That's deserves all the respect in the world, man. So we talking about a shoe business. What town do you want to open that in? What town are you
That'll
thinking
be in
about?
Ada, Oklahoma.
Ada. Okay. Are you in Ada currently? See, I don't know why I thought you
Yes. At the moment, yes, I am. Yes, for sure.
were
But
cool.
right now, I mean, I kind of juggle back and forth between my girlfriend's house, so she won't let me leave sometimes. She,
Ah, you know what I mean? She likes that next level. You know what I'm saying?
there it is. So she know.
I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. So working on the business, working on the business, man. What do you see for your fight career? How much longer do you see going, and what's kind of your goal, man, when you do hang up the gloves? What do you want to have accomplished by then?
Uh, Mainly, I just want people to just understand, that your situation ain't your destination. My coach said it all the time. I was a young knucklehead, man, and I literally, like, for the people that know me, I literally changed my whole life around, and I'm not the same person I used to be. Um, I I took what I was going through, and I told myself I don't want my kids to see or have to deal with anything I dealt with coming up. I have five beautiful daughters. And I want to be able to give back to them as much that was given to me, with as being able to show them how to defend themselves. Not only am I a boxer, but I'm also a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I can roll with the best of them. So definitely want to just, leave something for them, to see that, dad meant business, and, I'm and I can change from being looked at as I guess a young knucklehead to being somebody very successful, a leader, a role model, and I also want to be able to have, like I said, enough money to start my shoe business and get that jumping. And I want people to, see that, like I said, I can be successful. Just because I grew up a certain way, that didn't affect my goals in life.
Sure, absolutely. And I think it's important to have fun along the way, celebrate those victories. And my favorite was your second to last fight, in the boxing ring. There was a dude in there, and I kind of felt bad for him. You know what I mean? Because, like, it just, no offense to him, but he just, I think he probably should have had a couple more fights under his belt before they put him in with
Mm,
you. not his fault. And it's not your fault. It's more his management and his coach's fault for maybe not knowing what level my man was on, which was not the
Mhm.
next level, Kelvin Rayford. But anyway, because he came back and was like, "Oh, they're letting him back in," and then he went down. But what was cool was you dusted the dirt off your shoulder and that smile on your face, and I love that, man, because I love to see you win. That's a story I want to tell about you personally. Was and I've told this story off air to folks about you when we're talking, and that is that you're such a nice dude. And I was like, seldom have you been around somebody with such a good heart that could also murder you at any time they chose. Like for me, not a bad dude by any stretch. Anytime you wanted, if you were like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you now, you could, right? There's nothing I can do. I could try to run. I'd probably get caught, but I could try to run. But also I never felt more like, man, what a great dude. Like you're the kind of dude I'm like, man, you want to be around this dude. You want this dude to win in life. You want to be as good as this dude on some level, even if it's not fighting. You want to have a heart like this dude or a mind like this guy, the way he sees the world, the way he believes, the way he, like, man, you seem to have a lot of empathy and you understand where people are coming from. And
Mhm.
that's, I think, why your fans love to see you fight, because you're fighting almost like for all of us in a way in our mind. So we really appreciate that. And while we're talking about it, man, let's get some business out of the way. December 9th, where can they get tickets to watch a fight?
I will have tickets in hand. Like you need tickets, I will come find you and personally hand it to you as you give me the money. But I
What
will find you.
and if you give him $2 extra, he'll give you a hug. 5 extra, he'll take a selfie, the whole thing.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely. Um, but get on the socials, find Kelvin Next Level Rayford. Also, you're gonna be posted. We'll make sure all our stuff is posted. If you want tickets to the show, make sure you get with him, hit him up, and he will take care of you there. Also, do you have any sponsorship opportunities left, or are we done with those?
We are completely done at the moment. I'm very thankful for all my sponsors. Oh my God, if I can name them all off right now, I would. But I wait. You know what? I think I can because I know
No,
one
I will
second.
talk
If you
while you
don't,
get your list, man. No problem.
oh
I'll
yeah,
pause
yeah.
while you get your list. All the time in the world, man.
Okay, okay.
That's
I
awesome.
got. So let me see if I can hold this. So these are my actual fight shorts.
Yeah, the fight shorts, son.
Yeah,
Boom. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
big shout out to Lisa D. Taylor, Plastic and Reconstruction Surgery. Jordan Box. Pretty much my guy makes like all the nice apparel, the socks, hoodies, whatever you need. My guy Corey Fletcher with the Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Company.
Corey.
Willy Wonka. They awesome products as far as the medical marijuana. If you need it,
Oh
my guy
yeah.
right here. Uh, I can't even say how it's Boofu Kicks. Like we
Bufu
just kind
kick.
of linked up. Yeah, we just linked up. We ain't like, I told him I'll put his logo on my shorts. The camp is in Sherman, Texas. Andre
Oh
Looper,
yeah.
man, running an awesome gym there for kids, getting them out the streets and putting them in the ring and helping them learn discipline and whatnot. Then I got my guy Sweeney in the back right here. Sweeney Real Estates. If you need a house, holla at him. I got
Sweeney in
my
the building.
guy with the iMark GFX. He pretty much makes logos. He actually made my logo for my shoe company.
I'm Mark
Um,
GFX logos. Boom.
yes, yes, sir. And then we got Big Money Bag Bullies. My guy.
Big money
If you
back
need some
bullies,
bullies,
y'all.
holla at him, man. He got them. And I think that's it. But also first row right here, first row, man. My guy Brian making a killer gear. You know what I'm saying? He always keep me nice.
And I
Check them
can't
out on Facebook and Instagram. And
and I
then
can't shout out
Conquer
my
BJJ, my
partner.
gym.
Yeah, man, my partner Josh Morgan also shouts out First Roll as well. He's like, man, you got to get any of the
Fire,
gear. He's like, he's the
fire.
guy. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
100%.
Yeah. So, Mandy, thank you so much. We got a Mandy Sharon. We love you, Mandy. Do you know a Mandy? Let's see here, Schlotterback, by any chance?
I don't.
Fan of yours? I think she's a fan of mine. Oh man, Mandy. I know her. Sorry. Hey Mandy, thank you so much for sharing. It's good to see you. Sorry about that. That is awesome, man. I love that you got sponsors. We want to definitely for the next one see if we can be in the mix on that level. Definitely
For
gonna be there for
sure.
the fight themselves to see you, man, and then of course supporting Maurice and Dora and all them. Uh, do you have any ideas? So this is how good you are as a boxer and a kickboxer, man, is that people are ducking you now. It's like hard to get a fight because word
Hey,
is out.
and I like I said, we want to take the good fights, but it is if the money right, we'll take any fight. So
That's I fight for money, not for friendship.
you
So
know what I'm
I got
saying?
friends. Yes, yes. Um, yeah. So if you're out there, man, and you're looking, what weight class are we fighting at? In box.
So fighting at cruiserweight. So that's like I think I want to say lowest you could be is like 180-ish, and the heaviest is 199.
All right. So if you're between 180, 199, come see Kelvin Rayford. You know what I mean?
Come holler
Give
at
us a
me.
call. You know what I mean? If the money's right, we'll put on a fight. Let's go. You know
Hey,
what I mean? He ain't scared.
100%. Nah.
And if you're in Ada, Cortez's gym is in Ada.
Yes, sir. Conquer BJJ. It's Coach Cortez Coleman, and then we got Dylan Dazell. Oh, he gonna hate me because I probably murdered his last name. But he's also the coach there and co-owner. Awesome gym. We just a gym full of bulldogs. We get in there and we get after it. So
Yeah. Good for health. And one thing I like about the gyms is there's people there on all different levels. You know what I mean? And you all get the
yeah,
respect. Cool thing about a gym is you get the respect for the work you put in and the consistency of showing up. And that's what earns you the respect. Not everybody's going to be a Kelvin. Not everybody's just going to have the gift of beating ass that you have, right? But everybody can go in and work hard and work alongside a dude like you and learn how to train on the next level, be a healthier, fitter, better man for his community and family, man. So, and that's what you do, and we appreciate you, man. Is there anything you want to leave? I like it. I won't keep you too long. I appreciate you. I know you have long days, man. And is there anything you want to leave with the folks? Any words of wisdom, anything like that?
No, I just want to say thank you for bringing me on the show, man. And I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm just glad to finally be able to be on here and connect with you because I ain't talked to you in a while. And I hope we can do this again one day.
Yes, man. You're in Ada, so next time I'm down there, but you'll be here. I'm gonna see you December 9th. And yeah, man, we'll talk. I'd love to have you back on soon, and as much as you want to be on. Now that you know how easy it is, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll mess around.
Yeah, it's nothing. Let's go.
I'm at Chili's. Let me do this podcast. So right over a triple dipper. So anyway, man, thank you so much. Tell your fans and who you're with. Thank you for letting us have this time. And if you would, man, put in a good word with Cortez for me. We'd love to
I
have him
got you.
on. You know what I'm saying?
For
Let him know
sure.
we'd
I
love to have
got
him
you.
on. Man. So, man,
100%.
that is the next level Kelvin Rayford, y'all. If you have any questions or anything, let us know. To all the pod people in the chat, this is PTPod. Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you next time. Have a good night. Bye-bye.